Good day to you, and I love you. I am Heather Peterson Lockhart, and I am the Chiefess. I'm super grateful you clicked on the link and that you're here with me. And as you are here with me in this video, and you did click on the link, I'm going to assume you want to lose some weight. For the last 6 months, I've been putting out feelers asking you all what kind of challenges you face when you decide to adopt a new weight loss program. When you're deciding you're going to lose some weight and you're probably entertaining some changes in the physical fitness department and the nutrition department, what are the challenges you face? What are the dilemmas that are tough getting started, or what is tough to adhere to? What's going on? Give me some info. So you guys give me a ton of feedback, and I found that there is so much information out there that it's very confusing for a lot of you. This person has a system, this person has a product, there's this philosophy, there's this science. There's so much stuff out there that trying to weed through what's going to work for you can be disheartening. And a bunch of us we're disenchanted before we even really get going because we're not sure we're picking the right information. We're not sure we're adopting a plan that's going to be beneficial for us and it's going to be successful for us in the long term, because that's what we want. We don't want a quick fix. We want this to be a lifestyle change, right? So today we're going to talk about cardio versus weights. I had a ton of questions come in. Should I do the cardio first and lose the weight before I adopt a weight training program? If I'm a woman, should I avoid weight training altogether? Lots of questions about this. So I'm going to talk to you about these two facets of physical fitness, and I'm going to talk to you about what they do for your body, how they work, and how we're going to use them to be most beneficial and most ideal for us personally. So, because that matters. When you're picking a fitness program, when you're picking a weight loss program, the best program is the best program for you. The best program for you is the one that you're going to stick to, the one you stay motivated with, the one that actually benefits your body and expounds, compounds, and enhances your health in every facet possible, right? So I'm going to give you a couple of metaphors here, and it's going to help explain some of this stuff. I think we're going to break it down a little bit. So muscle burns calories 4 times faster than fat does. All right, so if you have two people, both the same weight, let's say they're 200 pounds. This person is 200 pounds, a very conditioned person, meaning they carry a large amount of muscle mass, okay? This person is 200 pounds, deconditioned, or not conditioned. This person does not have a large amount of muscle mass. They have a high percentage of body fat. So they're both the same amount of weight on the scale, but their bodies are very different in composition. Let's take these two people, let's sit them on the couch. Let's have them do nothing for an hour, okay? At the end of the hour, this person has burned 4 times more calories doing nothing in a state of inactivity because of the degree of muscle mass on their body. So because of what their body's made of, their body does more work at any given time, even sleeping. So this is what we want to build, right? This is what we need to increase our muscle mass and change our body composition, all right? The next bit of information I want to give you is, and this is a generalization, another metaphor, and again, a total generalization, but just to illustrate my point in its extremes. If you take average Jane and average Joe and you send them on, I was going to say to the gym, but you don't have to go to the gym to do a physical training program. You send them into a physical fitness program. Most often, Jane is going to do cardio and Joe is going to lift weights. So we have Jane doing tons of cardio. We have Joe lifting weights, all right? Now, let's look at them in a month. Let's look at them in 6 months. Let's look at them in a year, and let's look at their results. And what we see, again, a generalization at the extreme to illustrate my point, but Jane will have come down a few sizes. Like, let's say she went from a size 16 to a size 12, but she's still squishy in all the same places, right? She's just a smaller version of what she already was because she didn't change her body composition at all. She did cardio, she burned a lot of calories, she increased her physical activity, she altered the intake to output ratio, the amount she's taking in to the amount she's putting out, and so she lost weight, but she did not alter her body composition at all. So in order for Jane to continue to retain benefits from her strictly cardio program, she's going to have to keep doing more and more cardio all the time in order to continue to burn more calories, because her body gets acclimated and her body gets used to it, and she won't get those. Everybody gets great results when they first start that week, because your first week of activity, your body's like, wow, what's going fun. So it's super shock, it's super adaptation, right? But you know, after a little while of the same thing, your body's like, I know what we're gonna do today. So in order for Jane to continue to improve, she's gonna have to keep doing more and more and more cardio. Minutes and minutes, hours and hours, days and days, okay? Now, let's look at Joe. So Joe's body's a little bit different. Joe's still, you know, he's got a puffed chest, he's tighter he's tighter everywhere. You know, he might still have some weight to lose, but overall, he's not complaining of as many weaknesses and as many deficiencies, and he's just stronger. He has more muscle mass. You usually hear Jane saying things like, Joe and I started at the same time, and he's lost this weight, and he can eat this. And it's because he has increased the amount of muscle mass on his body by lifting weights. So he has created a body that's doing more work for him. It's like a mutual fund. What you put in, right? You have an investment and you have a return. So in this case, the investment for Joe was to go and lift weights and to build more muscle mass. And the return is that his body burns more calories in any state of activity, even inactivity, even sleeping. Even sleeping, Joe's body burns more calories because of the muscle mass, because the muscle's always working. It's never just like, I'm done, right? So if we put all that information together, we can surmise. I wanted to say ascertain, but surmise is a good word. I'm so silly. You got to keep it fun, right? It's got to be silly. This is something I do day in and day out, and I will do for the everyday that I am here on earth. I am blessed to live this lifestyle. I choose to do this. The benefits are astronomical. I have fun with it. I have fun teaching it. I have fun doing it. So we can surmise that we're going to put the cardio and the weights together. And the reason is because the weight training builds the muscle mass that we want to create a higher degree of muscle mass. We want to create a more effective calorie burning machine in our body. So we need the weight training to create the muscle. And then we're going to do some cardio to burn excess calories and cut extra body fat. Okay? So there's the answer to, do I want to do cardio before I adopt a weight training program, or do I want to do them together? You want to do them together. All right, that's part one. I'm going to give you part two. I'm even going to tell you in what order you want to do them and for about how long you want to do them starting. Information galore. Now, if you look at right where you download the link, there's also a PDF that you get to download here. And so the PDF coming to you is giving you a beginner's workout. If you're just starting and you've got some weight to lose, let's say 40 pounds plus, I have created a very simple workout for you to do for the first 6 weeks. Now, when you purchase the Be Human recalibration system, you'll have the option to do advanced workouts, intermediate workouts, both home and in the gym are in my system. But I wanted to give you something to get started. So if you look at that, you'll understand as I'm talking and we go through here. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the weight training first. And the reason we're going to do the weight training first is our goal is to create a more effective calorie burning machine, right? Because I don't want you to just lose weight next week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. I want you to create a body that continues to work for you. I am 41 and this is I've been injured. I've been slacking, you know? Well, I shouldn't say that. Shame on me. I've been injured and I've been healing. So I have not been able to train at the same intensity and the same volume. Goodness me, I know better than to talk to myself that way. So I want you to create a body that works for you, all right? I want you to retrofit your lifestyle, to recalibrate your existence so this weight loss is permanent and is sustainable, okay? So we're going to do the weight training first because we're going to build muscle on our body that continues to work for us and create that high calorie burning machine, effective calorie burning machine. And then we're going to do cardiovascular activity after we've done about 30 minutes of weight training activity to tap on our fat stores and burn excess fat. Everything you eat, your body turns into sugar. The sugar turns into glucose and it gets put through your bloodstream, through your liver, stored in your muscles. I'm giving you the very, very elementary version. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes of activity to burn those sugars out of your body. So we get them out of your liver, out of your muscles, out of everywhere they're stored before we start to tap on any fat source. That's why you've probably always heard that you should do 20 to 30 minutes of activity before you access or tap your fat burning. I remember back in the day when we used to do step aerobics, it was like, you gotta do 25 minutes of cardio in order to burn fat. I remember hearing that over and over. That's where this comes from. We want to clear out the fuel in the system that the body is using as fuel so that we can tap the fat and start to burn it. So on your PDF, on your worksheet, I'm like a teacher. I have given you a weight training program for the beginning weight trainer. You can do this in the gym. You can do the modified version at home. All right. So you're going to do the weight training first. We're going to shoot to have that workout done in about 30 minutes. And then we're going to do 30 minutes of cardio immediately after the weight training, because the weight training has cleared out the fuel and it enables us to tap the fat burning stores. All right. So for our purposes, the weight training comes first, immediately followed by the cardio. Now can you wait an hour, have a meal in between and do the cardio later and get the same results? No, you cannot, because see, then you're not in that window again, right? You'd have to kind of start over, so to speak. So I want you to block an hour. We're going to do 3 times a week for starters. All right. In your most ideal capacity, you can train 6 days a week. Some people want to go for 7 with an active day of rest. That would be the very, very, very conditioned athlete. But we always want to have a day of rest. We always want to be able to give our body some recovery, because that's actually when the body grows. The body grows and changes in the recovery phase, not during the training phase. When we're training, we're breaking ourselves down. We rebuild and recover as we rest, and that's when the muscles heal, the body heals, and we get bigger, stronger, more efficient. So we want to balance our training load with our recovery load in order to be successful. And remember, you know, if we start out the blocks and then we fizzle out because we've burnt ourselves out energetically, physically, nutritionally, that's not a long-term solution, right? So we're going to approach this very realistically, very smart. We're going to train 3 times a week for starters. All right. We're going to put the weight training with the cardio right away. All right. And then it's going to be an hour of your day, 3 times a week. And you're going to start to see results. And you're going to feel the systems in your body getting stronger. You're going to feel how your body's like, oh, I like this. This feels good. So there are some questions answered as far as, do I do cardio? Do I do weights? How do I put them together? I have given you all the information you need to put them both together. And with the PDF you have, you actually have the workout to do. So get started on the workout. If I made it very simple, I used very simple exercises, so you can Google them and find tutorials on YouTube. There should be nothing confusing in any of this. I wanted it to be very elementary. I want everybody to feel very comfortable and very safe in getting started. So many of us don't start something just because we're afraid to fail. I promise you, I'm going to give you 3 videos. This is the first. You've got 2 more coming that are going to put you in a space where you're going to feel so empowered and so strong in this that you're going to be excited. I work with a lot of people. We got a lot of stuff going on in our lives. There's a lot of things that we can let creep in and get in the way and tell us that this isn't for us, or it's just not going to work this time, or do you remember last time, or oh God, with this stuff, all that, right? All that comes in. I'm going to give you tools to address the physical part of it. When you click on the link below in the next video, we're going to talk about the nutritional aspects and the 10 absolutes of nutrition. And then after that, I'm going to give you step 1 to getting your heart and your head right, so that you start this with a successful mindset, knowing that you can have the life you desire. I love you. I thank you for your time. Click on the next link. Let's dabble in nutrition, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.